Day I'm hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, hustling, hustling.
Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Make sure you guys spam that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button. Let's get this party started, y'all. Looking at the charts historically, I feel like we would be trading sideways for a lot longer. No. Hi, boss. Greetings from Finland. Greetings. Bitcoin peak at 170K. I think that's a pretty fair. I think that's a pretty fair prediction. My prediction is my prediction for Bitcoin is not 170. It's 138K, as high as 207K, but 170 is right in there. Viking Ski, what's up? No, I don't think that there's that much longer of trading. There's a little bit longer. There's not as short of a time frame as people think. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not advocating for a V bottom out of here, but I think we have the same structure. And I went over this in my yesterday's video and today's video, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again. But we basically have the same structure, in my opinion, as the war in Israel. And so if that were to hold true, we would have another higher low to come before a breakout. So that's what I am anticipating. Markets pumped LW high today, but feel is cause Trump was talking. Do you know? Let's go. I have a full night time. Are we cooked, chat? We're good. We're fine. We're fine. I'm liking where the charts are. So right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin on the 5-hour chart. And if you want to see my full LW, meaning low key, if you want to see the full chart and the best viewing experience, head over to YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now. At your boy Ski, YABOYSKEY. But we've officially put in a higher low. So I'm on the 5-hour chart right now. And we've officially put in a higher low, which is a very, very good thing to see. That is definitely like stipulation number one. Even on the daily, this is a pretty clean higher low. So that doesn't mean rockets and Lambos tomorrow, but I do think that we're going to get a higher high in the next few days. I said 88,000 by the end of the week. So that's still what I'm going to be looking for. We almost touched 88,000 today. We actually did touch 88,000. We actually got to 88,600 today. So that definitely is a sign of things to come, in my opinion. But I want to see a full body close at 88,000, not a wick. I think we're going to get that this week. And then I think we're going to get a higher low, perhaps next week, back to 84K, 83K even, before having a actual breakout. How's it feeling, Neo? I'm feeling pretty good, John. How are you feeling? I'm hoping Bitcoin hits 138 to 200K before Trump starts bombing. Damn. We have midnight right now. When peak, in my opinion, the peak is going to be November of 2025. That's been what I thought is going to happen since November of 2022. Literally since November of 2022, my thesis has been we get peak euphoria November of 2025. I don't see any reason why that's going to be different at this stage in the game. If I get new data, I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to pivot off of my thesis. I'm not married to it, but I just don't see any reason why that's not going to be true as of right now. How did Trump's speeches go? You tell me. You tell me. I didn't watch that. I did not watch it. I know that he put on a 10% tariff on everything. The markets did not like that, but it's still it's a green candle. It's still a green market today. I mean, Bitcoin was already at 88,000 today, and it's still not even a green candle today, but it's still a green 5-hour candle too. So this just happened. Even still a green 3-hour candle. What time frame do we need to go before it is a red candle? The 1 hour? Nope. Not even the 1 hour. So we haven't even made a red candle. Okay, so the 30-minute chart, there was a sell-off, but I would count this as a back test, to be honest. But I don't do analysis based off of the 30-minute chart, really. But even if I were to, this to me is a breakout back test, and this is in full bullish posture. So you're the boss. Do you think VeChain can reach 8 cents and ICP $16 by May? I think that's very plausible. Very plausible. Bad economy can delay peak by 1 to 2 months. Sure. Sure. But, you know, the fact of the matter is we've had recessions and we've had bull runs during recessions. We've had bull runs during economic boom. It's less correlated than what you would think. And I'm talking specifically the stock market. It's really only been the last couple of bull runs and bear markets in the stock market that have been correlated to economic conditions. But before that, there's been it's literally 50-50. 50% of the time when you have a recession, the stock market, you go into a bear market, and 50% you do not. Thoughts on XYO? I think XYO gets to 10 to 20 cents. 10% made so much drama on the chart. Yeah, that's just the market makers. It's not even the 10%. That's market makers looking for an excuse to wreck people's longs and shorts. That's all that is. Hi, how can we collaborate with you? You don't. Do you still have Mega Bull Run? Thoughts on Pepe? How high can it go? 2 to 3x is my target for Pepe. But this tariff stuff isn't good news for the economy. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe long term it is. I don't know. I don't really care. Because I don't put as much weight on economic conditions as other people do as far as... Now, that's a big deal for people in their jobs. It's a big deal for people in, you know, prosperity and all of these things. But as far as it being a big deal for ROI, I think it's less of a big deal than what you might think. You got to follow because you engage with people. I appreciate that. I do my best. I do my best. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I do my very best. Let me move you guys a little bit. That way I can see the YouTube chat better. Actually, I'm going to put you right here. That should be good right there. All right, cool. That looks better. All right. We have a crypto project. We want to collaborate with you. That's okay. Next time. Next time. Let me know on the next one. I'll be there. What happens next? When go up? Okay, let's get into it. So basically, I think I just made a video on this, but structurally, this is the same setup to me as the war in Israel. And I already have it right here. And if you want to see my charts on YouTube, head over, or on TikTok, head over to YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now. And this is kind of playing out beautifully. Not kind of. It's definitely playing out beautifully. So on the top is present day, November of 2024 for Bitcoin on the daily chart to present day. And on the bottom is February of 2023 through October of 2023. Okay. And so structurally, this is the exact same setup right here. And I'd actually be interested in seeing... I don't think it's going to show it for me. I guess I could go back and look. But that's okay. Anyways, so you have the peak in December of 2024, and then you have the peak from basically 16K Bitcoin goes all the way back up to 31K. This was April, funny enough, April of 2023. Then you have a pullback. You have another peak that goes higher than the April peak. So this is in July of 23. The peak goes higher than the April peak. Same thing is true. The peak in January goes higher than the peak in November. You start skidding. Take it all back plus some. You get your selling climax. You get your secondary test. The secondary test goes lower than the selling climax. And then you get a higher low, which is basically, I think that we have just rounded the higher low. I would estimate we are literally right here. Let me show you exactly where I think that we are. This candle right here. This candle, that's where I think that we're at. And so I expect in this week or so to get a higher high, to take out this high right here, to get this higher high, and then get another higher low right in here before you get your full-on breakout. And someone was asking me in the comments, what does a breakout mean? It means an all-time high for Bitcoin is what it means. It means an all-time high for Bitcoin. So, you know, it would be at least $110,000. Tariff is fake news. We will have a normal bull run. Can't see the chart. That's because TikTok lost its chart privileges from me. If you want to see the chart, head over to YouTube. YABOYSKEY. I'm live right now. If you guys want to see the charts and get the best viewing experience, head over to YouTube. I'm live right now. And if you come from TikTok, let me know. I'll shout you out. Press the like button. Favorite memes other than Solnik. Looking to consolidate some of them. Got a huge bag of Solnik already. My other two favorite are probably news and hee hee. When Solnik goes to $1, this bull market or the next. $1 is my medium case scenario for Solnik for this bull market. Any thoughts on Theta Network? I like Theta, Julio. I think Theta is a solid play. I think it's a solid project. Do you think XRP will jump out of the channel similar to December? Are you talking about a parallel channel? We'll take a look at XRP because I'm curious. You have sparked my curiosity. How do we sound? Came from TikTok. What's up, bro? Welcome to YouTube, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Evening ski just finished rock climbing. Let's go. Very similar pattern. Will ETH get back to 3,000 when Bitcoin goes to all-time highs? I think so. I crap all over Ethereum, but Ethereum to me is vastly oversold. It's disgustingly oversold at this point. Watson said, came from TikTok. Welcome, bro.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
I watched on TikTok infinitely now converted to YouTube. Let's go. Yeah, I think that Ethereum is grossly oversold at this point. I crap on Ethereum a lot, but in reality, like Ethereum's going to lead all season. Let's not be too crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm acting funny all the time, but let's not be crazy. All right, let's look at XRP because you've sparked my curiosity. So the claim is, and I'm going to pull up both market cap and the price. The claim is that it has a similar pattern, similar channel to December. Okay, let's see. December of what year? 2024? What year are we talking? What's your opinion on Quant? I like Quant. I think Quant's going to perform very well. Do you think ADA to $2 by May? I think that that's very plausible. I'm watching Nintendo Live. The quality is better. Last year. Okay. So 2024. Let's see. Do I think... So you have a breakout into November. and you get a parallel channel. Higher low structure, higher low structure. Yeah, it's a pretty similar pattern. I don't think you want to be, I think with that I would be cautious of like recency bias. Well, I want to see it break out of this. I want to see XRP break out of this fractal that I pulled on it. It's been the same fractal since, like, I've had this up here since July of 2024. And structurally, it didn't go to the crazy heights, but it's followed it for the entire time. So that's what I would like to see out of XRP, to deviate from this fractal. Fractals aren't everything, but they are something. But ultimately, I do think that XRP can get to $5 to $8. Alex says, here from TikTok, let's go, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Also, jump ship from TikTok. Hello, sir. What's up, King Solomon? What a name, by the way, bro.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Sup, daddy? Bro, chill. Do you think Quant will reach 700 this cycle? I do think that that's very, very plausible. What do you think tariffs mean? Are we fluxed? Nah, we're just fine. We're making a higher low. In fact, today is still a green day. That's how crazy it is. In fact, not only today is a green day, the 5-hour chart, it's still a green candle. The 3-hour chart, it's still a green candle. There's going to be lots of volatility. This is what I'm going to say. There's going to be a lot of volatility this week because you got I think it's the job reports comes out. You have the tariff speech just came out today. I think there's like 2 other things that come out this week. So expect some volatility, but ultimately I think it's going to even itself out. TikTok turncoat here. What is up, bro? What are the signs before any Bitcoin peak? You think we're doomed? I don't think we're doomed. No. I'm very optimistic right now. I think that we have bottomed is what I think. Now, does that mean that we're just never going to have any red days? No, that's not what that means. But do I think that the structural bottom, when we look back 6 months from now, do I think we're going to look back and say that this was the bottom? Yes. Good time to buy. That's what I'm doing. That's what he said. Dang. You saw the speech? I did not see the speech. Help! What's up, Bree? Are we cooked on the 1-minute candle? Ski is a beast, just like DJT. Would like to see your info on the graph. The graph is a little bit too much inflation for me. I like the graph. Fundamentally, a little bit too much inflation for me, though. Sup, bro? What up, fam? Sure hope so. My account kind of looks sad. It's the help for me. Help! Please! So, bro, what's the next move for Bitcoin? I just talked about it. I think need a life raft out here. I think we're working on a higher low structure. So I'll recap it one more time. I think that this is the same exact, and I did a video about this yesterday and today. We covered it. But for Bitcoin right now, to me, this is the same structure that we have. I want to see actually the moving averages on this real quick. This is the same structure for the tariffs. And we were below the 200 on the tariffs too. So that's interesting. Okay. I think it's the exact same structure. That's what I think. Exact same structure. I mean, candle for candle right now. So if my theory is true, what that would mean is we're going to get a higher high this week, north of $88,000 daily body closes. We already got 88,000 today, which is a good sign, but I want to see daily body closes. And then we'll get a higher low. Probably back to 84K, maybe 83K, from, call it 89K, pull back a little bit, and then it would be a breakout after that. So where I think that we're at right now is this first higher low structure. September 27th, 2023. And it took about 19 days to fully break out from that moment. So we'll see. And the interesting thing is, all this time, it was also below the 200 moving average too. The exponential. Where is Alex? I'm not sure. So you think we're staying the same price for another 2 weeks? Relatively, we'll be choppy. I think especially this week, there's going to be lots of volatility. There's job reports that come out. There's, I think, the unemployment, maybe. I forget what the exact events come out on the economic calendar, but that stuff's always volatile. So expect some volatility this week, but ultimately what it's going to be is choppy. Everyone is team bullish. Everyone is team bear. No one is team crab. There was a similar period when Trump tariffs applied in April of 2018, and bottom was marked at April 2nd, 2018, rallied to September. That's basically what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to rally into the summer months. Thoughts on X and O? I've recently added X and O to my top value plays. Yeah! Thanks for the hat and mustache, bro. Appreciate you. What's your YouTube name? Same. YABOYSKEY. I got you. Live on YouTube. Here, let's write it for you. Hey. We're live on YouTube right now. YABOYSKEY. There you go. Take a picture. Same user. Same handle. Thoughts on ZBAC? I think ZBAC will do about a 3x from here. Team Savage here. Bitcoin actually holding good after the Trump news? Yeah, I think so too. I agree with that. It's just a flat day, basically. Same thing happened too, by the way. When you start rounding the... Thoughts on Chainlink? I like Chainlink. Chainlink is in my kids' portfolio. I like it right now for the next year, and I like it for the next 10 years. As someone who enjoys volatility, I equally love bulls and the gay bears. Can we look at Flux? Let's look at Flux. Check your Instagram. Check your Instagram, bro. I sent you the link already. I saw that, and I sent you the link already. Let's check out Flux. Do you think the graph will go to all-time high? No, I don't. There's too much inflation. Hasn't quite broke out of this parallel channel here. Very, very close, though. It's just been fighting this downtrend. It has not quite broken out of it, but I think that the bottom is forming here. Finally, for Flux. This went lower than I expected. This downtrend. But I think it's finally bottomed here, is what I think. Your boy S-K-E-Y. S-K-E-Y. Thank you for the corn, bro. The Rose, the TikTok, the GGs, the Goat, the Lightning, the Chili. You savage, bro. The Heart Puff, thank you. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. I'm sad, brother. I'm crying, brother. Tariffs are priced in, and we're going to break out soon. I agree, Webb. I think the tariffs are... I've been saying it. Webb, how long have I been saying it? Like, it's not the event that is negative. It is the uncertainty. A negative event can only be negative for so long. Parrot. Oh, parrot. Are you live on IG too? I am. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so. What's happening? I honestly thought 2025 was meant to be a full-fledged bull run. Is 2025 over? Fetch AI is fine. Is 2025 over? Ski, what do you think about MLN? Can you take a look at it? Orange Man talking right now. Is he? Where's he talking at? Do we want to see that? I don't know if I can put that on because I don't really have time to see it through. I know he gets winded. He catches his second wind a lot of times. I got to go to baseball here in a bit. I don't know that I got the time. Got to see it through, my boy. It's not over, but a third of the year passed. Is a third half? Is a third 100% or half or... No! All right, listen, I'm going to give you the short answer. 10 years of data. 10 years of data. The most bullish months in crypto are 2 months. You ready? 2 months. April. The average return for Bitcoin is 30.8%. That is 5 years of stock market gains. The average return for Bitcoin, April. 10 years of data. Not some data, not a little data, not cherry picking this data and leaving. 10 years of data. And then the first is November. The average return is 40%. 5 years of stock market gains. So this month just started. It's only April 2nd. We're already up from 76K. I want to remind you. We were just at 76K. So let's have a little bit of perspective here. And it was only November. Just a few months ago. We were at 68K. So let's keep perspective. I know that crypto is volatile. I get it. But let's just keep perspective. We're already up from this local bottom a whole year of stock market gains. Alvarez makes it seem like it's over because of the tariffs. Listen, Alvarez, I got respect for him. I disagree. So you think we're staying at the same price for another 2 weeks? I think that it's going to be very volatile and we're going to be chopping our way up, is what I think. There's going to be higher highs and higher lows. When Trump did tariffs last time, there was literally a downtrend the rest of the year. Who said it went up after that? That was in 2018. I don't know when they were. December? If it was December of 18, I think he said it was December of 18. That bottom was in. I don't know. When was the exact month of the last tariffs in 2018? Haven't looked. Is March red or green? March is one of the worst. September and August are actually the worst, but March is probably the third worst. Why is everybody waiting? We got good prices. Exactly. It started January of 2018. Okay, well then that's true. Win Lambo. Also, I think that has more to do with where the cycle was. Like, what happened to NVIDIA? I don't know. What happened to NVIDIA? It's working on distribution to me is what it looks like. Alvarez said he's bullish now and said the same thing as Yuski. Sell the rumor, buy the event. There you go. Who knows? Listen, I don't watch other people like that. Your show, long and shorts and exclusive groups? Yes, I do. I do. It's under the trading tab. I periodically put those in there. Lambo my ass. I'd settle for a new truck. Can you explain why you said the graph has too much inflation and what's your prediction? Okay, let's look at the graph on Coin Market Cap. Price equals supply plus demand. Price does not equal what you do. Price is not equal if you walk on water. Price is not equal if you feed the hungry. Price is not equal if you cure cancer. Price equals supply plus demand. I would probably put graph in like H-bar category. You know what I mean? Like, or algo category. And what do I mean by that? There was inflation past tense, but most of it's already done. So this will probably be a better play in the next bull market. But they
shut up!
They inflated the supply too much. Win Lambo. You got to ask Rose. It's going to be huge. He was talking. It's over now. What's up, Ski? What happened? Good news or bad news? This is not a news channel. I have no clue. I do not care about the news. You trade the news and you will lose. What up, Maine? Outlook on Blast, please. I like Blast fundamentally. I like Blast fundamentally. There's a little bit of inflation, but I think it's a good project. Looks like news making us red, unfortunately. Listen, we were just at 76K. That's what's making us red. Everyone wants a straight line up forever. Today, by the way, is a green day. We were at, earlier today, we were at 81K. It is a green day. It doesn't feel like a green day. Today's a green day. So, that's not even true. Wow, we've jumped hard. Now the worst is behind us, right? Bull run coming, hopefully. I think the worst of it is behind us. How about talk for low cap? To be honest, he's actually going much harder on this trade war than the last one. I'm not sure this leads to... We will see. Bitcoin sitting on the 200. Yes, Bitcoin is sitting right below the 200 EMA, which, by the way, is the same thing that happened. So I'm comparing the structure to the war in Israel, and I want to show you, like, bro, like, same thing happened, by the way. I'm saying that this is where we're at right here. The first move to the upside, high or low, and then you start to flirt with the 200. Again, look at this. All this time we were below the 200 before we broke out. That's exactly where I think that we're at right now. So Creek, selling climax, secondary test goes lower, move to the upside, higher low, and then you start to make another higher high. That's where I think that we're at right now. The structure is uncanny. Hey, the last 24 hours, is it? Is Bitcoin? I mean, I guess a little bit. 0.8%. It feels way worse than that, though. It feels so much worse. I like the attitude, Ski Meister. I am with you. How about Pinlink? I think Pinlink's bottomed. Listen, I was super bearish on Pinlink November, December, January. I got a lot of flack for it. People thought I hated on Pinlink. I think that Pinlink's a decent value right here. The panel behind your head's about to fall down. It'd be all right. So you think we have bottomed out? Yes. Structural bottom, Lawrence. Understand the difference between like on this day, on this hour, this little wick, and the structural month, this range. When we look back a year from now, we will say that this was the bottom time frame. That's what I'm saying. By the way, if you're watching on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube at YABOYSKEY. If you want to see my charts, get the music, the better microphone, and the better viewing experience, head over to YouTube. Let me know if you came from TikTok. I will shout you out. Flux, please. We just looked at Flux. It is flirting with breaking the downtrend, but I do think that it's bottom. I love a good bottom. Same here. What is YouTube again? The same user, the same handle. YABOYSKEY. I'm live right now. I thought you said no TikTok live for 30 days. I said no TikTok charts. And it's 6 months. This is the viewing experience you're going to get for the next 6 months on TikTok. I have the ability to stream my charts on TikTok right now. We're not going to do it for the next 6 months because I'm tired of the BS. Leroy Jenkins, what's up, fam? He says, oh, hell no, I'm going to YouTube then. It's a good idea. What do you think about Quant? I like Quant. I think Quant goes $300 is the retracement. $700 is the price discovery target for Quant. I think that Quant is a good play right now, and I think it's a good play in the future, 5-10 years. Sup, Ski? Love bottoms too. I'm a bottom man myself. The age-old debate. TRA. The age-old debate. Which is better? I'm a bottom man myself. Thoughts on Solana? Fire Dancer upgrade coming. I think that that's a big deal fundamentally. I don't know how much it's going to do. I don't know how much that's going to do for the price, but I think it's a great thing fundamentally. Tush push. Keep her to ditch it. Keep it. Wife changing money? Nope. Not for me. No amount of money. Tired of TikTok. Same here. He says both. I like big tops. So if I come back with my $1,000 in 2 weeks, you think I'll virtually be in the same spot? That's such a generic answer. It depends on what you're investing in. It's a bottom man for me. What do you think of Render? I think Render gets $10 to $20. My Bitcoin arrives Friday. I paid for extra fast shipping. Let's go. We have essentially just returned to the where we should be right now if the Wyckoff theory is playing out. I agree. I agree. This is Wyckoff accumulation. I am with you on that. I think that that's what we're working on. Wyckoff accumulation, the bottom. A bottom structure right now. So when I say the bottom is in, do I mean we're going to V-bottom out of here, never get another red day? No. Does it mean that we might get a spring even? But when we look back a year from now and we're going to take the average price of this 30-day window right now, we're going to look back and say that this was the bottom. You hear what I'm saying? Wife exchanging. Keep your wife. It's cheaper to cheaper. It's cheaper to keep her. Thoughts on loaded lines? I don't have any thoughts. We can look at it though. I no longer answer questions about TARS AI. Last time I answered questions about TARS AI, you guys reported me. And that's why you get this crappy viewing experience instead of the awesome one that YouTube gets. So there's no more talk about TARS AI ever again. You can thank your comrades for that. Hey, bud. What's up, fam? I'll watch back the rest of the stream after the live ends. Are we done for the year? No. Good to see you again, Shahil. I only ever see you on the red days. I never see you commenting on the green days. I'm glad you're back, though. I never see you on the red days, only the green days. My wife's boyfriend just ate all my cookies. That freaking bastard, bro. Are we live? Did I lose YouTube? Oh, no, we're good. I want you to know it started at 81K 24 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? We were at 81K 24 hours ago. And then we went up to 88K. So having a pullback is a necessary and normal thing. In reality, it is a higher low. That's it. Thank you for the donuts and the heart. Thoughts on the Trump speech? Mario, I have no thoughts. I don't think about other men's words. What coin or coins? 100 to 500. What plays, if at all, got for bottoms? My top value plays. Would you rather have 1 million guaranteed or a coin flip for 100 million or nothing? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask you guys first before I give my answer. Would you rather have $1 million guaranteed or a coin flip for 100 million or nothing? $1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. Bang, you guys are a bunch of cowards, bro. Not me, bro. I'm risking it. Anything above 10 million, I'm risking it. Not me, I'm risking it. Anything above 10 million, like your odds are crazy. You got a 50% chance. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. And you'll know immediately. You don't got to wait. Been in crypto too long. Bird hand. Any thoughts on Bitcoin staking protocols? Baby long. I like stacks. 1 is better than 0. Yeah, but you don't have 0. You got a story. You got a story, bro. Nice beard. Thanks. When we going the next leg up? Hey, boss. I'm going to go with May. You say that because you already have money. But I didn't have money once. I had negative money once. If I'm ski, I'm taking the flip. Flip it or ship it. Have we seen a death cross or something? Close. Not quite. Probably it's going to be about the 9th, I think, is when we're going to get that. It's very close right now. I'm looking at the chart. If you want to see my charts, if you're watching on YouTube or on TikTok, I am live on YouTube. If you want to see my charts, get my music, the cool animations, all that, the better viewing experience, I'm live on YouTube right now. Yeah, this is probably going to be between the 5th and the 10th. We'll actually get an official death cross. But I made a video about that. I made 3 videos about this, actually. Here is the TikTok answer. I know you guys got the attention span of a 4-year-old. Death cross is presented as something that's negative, but history would tell us that it's not. It's happened 8 different times in the history of Bitcoin. 7 of them, a local bottom was in. A 30-day local bottom was already in. 5 were outright bullish. And only 2 even made a new low. At all. Ever. 2. One of the 2 took 231 days. All of them did a 30% move to the upside immediately. 5 of them did a 1x 100% move to the upside. I'm tariffing TikTokers. You already know, bro. They want to play games. Report my channel. This is what you get. That's the result you're going to get. Thanks for the heart puff. Are you still hitting the gym hard? I'm going later. Yeah, I'm always hitting the gym hard. Now, the question is, am I always eating right hard or not? That one is debatable. You know what I'm saying? That one's debatable. But I'm always lifting very hard. Haters are so ugly. I'm switching to YouTube. Let's do it, Brett. Should I throw 600 into a long or gym equipment? I don't want to be left in the dust. I don't know about a long. Like, what's your leverage? If Bitcoin chops upward, then why a death cross? All a death cross means... Listen, again, it sounds way scarier than it actually is. There's a lot of negative connotation, but it's not real. There's no data that supports this. All a death cross means is you had a big pump up, basically, and then you had a pullback. That's it. All it actually means is the 50-week moving or the 50-day moving average, this light blue line right here, crosses below the 200-day moving average. And it's presented as this like, oh my God, death. It has death. That means something, right? But that's not real. Again, it's happened 8 times. 7, a local bottom was in. 7, 30% minimum move happened within 30 days. 5 had a 100% move in 90 days or less. Only 2 of the 8 even made a new low ever at all. And one of those 2 took 231 days. So, again, it's presented as a very bearish thing, but it's not. In all actuality, it's a super lagging indicator, and most likely it means that the bottom is in. Food be so good, bro. Yo, Ski, when a death cross occurs while RSI is low, we get a bull run. So that validates your theory even more. I agree. We're going to chop a while or head down. We're going to chop up is what we're going to do. Sol and Link are announced to be added to PayPal. That's a big deal. Massive deal. You also don't want to be chunky and alone. Buy the dips and get ripped. But I'm already married, Bree. So I'm just chunky and together. I'm strong. I'm more like Thor, like the actual Thor, not the Hollywood Thor. We're talking about the one with the belly. Super strong. Most likely top for Bitcoin. If I had to say, me, it's 138 or 207, but if I had to pick one, I would pick 138. Say less. Loud noises. Concentrating my DCA on VeChain, Theta, Render, and Doge. Solid. If Bitcoin does new all-time highs, what happened to alts? Alt season. The one that everyone told you was canceled. Favorite altcoins. My top value plays right now. Why did we just tank? Because we went from 81K to 88K in a single day, Lexi. That's why. The market is all about balance. Every yin, there's a yang. You don't just go up in a straight line like that. So it's just back testing the prior range, making it higher low. That's it. The bottom is definitely not. Tomorrow will be insane. The stock market is dying more down. All right, wake me up when we take out 75K. So you think tomorrow we're going to make more down? Bitcoin's going to take out 75K tomorrow? Is that what you think? Come on, man. Kettlebell time. I love me some kettlebells. Kettlebells is the old man workout. Clown show. Get this guy out of here. Bye, Felicia. Go short the market then, bro. Go short the market. You still believe in hee-hee? I do still believe in hee-hee. When alt season, I think we're going to have a nice move between now and May. 50% on the total 3 is my prediction. These are the type of idiots who report my channel. You're not confirming my bias and telling me that me selling the bottom's a good idea. Scam. Those are the type of idiots that report my channel. Yeehaw! Thanks for the hat and mustache. Thanks for subscribing, MITO, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
You also said tariffs were priced in, and it was. I agree. So, like, it's a pretty predictable thing. Like, man, they've been shoving it down our throat for the past few months. Trump wants markets low, so Fed lowers interest rates. I get it. I get the strategy. But it's just like the event, again, let me say it one more time. The event is not what is negative. It's not the event that's negative. What the markets do not like is uncertainty. That's it. Uncertainty. And a negative narrative or positive can only be that for so long until the market is now used to this event. So when did we start talking about tariffs? Months ago. In February, they started talking about tariffs. It can only be negative for so long. ICP, I like ICP a lot. I just opened up a long on ICP. I think there's more of a chance than you might want to admit. Trump seems to... I don't think so, bro. Again, like, sure, like anything's possible, but I don't see it structurally. I don't see it structurally. I don't see it technically. I don't see it... you could argue fundamentally. But again, like the narrative can only be negative for so long. That's it. That's fine if you disagree with me. I'm not here to like everyone join my cult. That's not what I'm here for. If you disagree, that's fine. Best meme coin besides Solnik. Solnik's not a meme anymore. There is no second best. Just join. We good? We good, bro. Bro, we had tariff knowledge for over 2 years. Trump ran on tariffs. That's right. Above 89K this week, 84K next week, 109 after that. Bank it. Wade, I have to agree with you. That's pretty much exactly what I think. Relatively. Like, that structure, it might not be those numbers, but that structure... Watch your back. You know all these technique Trump does when rate lowers. I'm curious what the Congress fund did today. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. XYO or LCX. Oh, man, that's a close one. Sir, tariffs can cancel bull run. I disagree. Again, I'm here for the cult, Jacob says. Again, Listen, I want you to know. I want you to think about this the most practical way possible. Just think about this logically, practically. Okay? You might be like, tariffs are bad. Okay, I'll buy that for $1. You might think that tariffs are bad for the economy. Okay, I'll buy that for $1. You might hate the orange man with all your guts. Okay, I'll buy that for $1. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Now, let's finish this practical, logical reasoning, rationale. The war in Israel and World War III, regardless of how you feel about the economy, about the orange man, is not... Tariffs are not worse than World War III. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not. And it was the same thing. That was a negative narrative that was just being crammed down our throat, and the markets didn't like it until it eventually got used to it. Just give Ski 3 minutes. Worst case bull run. I short everything and I buy 2 Bitcoin at 40. But the hatred isn't practical or reasonable. My mom's boyfriend said it's a scam. Good. That means the bottom's in. Is Solnik the crypto that comes out of nowhere and stuns everyone? Don't call it a comeback. War generates income. That's right. It does. I wish it wasn't true. There's nothing more evil than war, but guess what? It's good for money. It's a profitable business. Bitcoin is over. Over what? Over what? Can you show us how to long and how to short? There's a video on that in the Telegram, bro. I saw you join. But I will cover it again this week. Your boy, do we have one more massive dip before a God candle? I don't. If you're asking me about a dip that goes lower, I don't think we get that. It's possible. I don't think it's probable though. My wife's boyfriend's buying the dip. Should I be? That's what I'm doing. Thoughts on Link ARB render? I like Link. Render's okay. ARB, okay. The real monkey says, I didn't think it was so bad. He left room for deals. Am I the only one thinking that? Yeah, I think the market is going to be just fine. I think we're going to be just fine. When will you sell? April or May? I sold in November. I sold XRP. XRP was my second largest holding. I sold a lot of XRP in November. I'm not married to May. If my price targets go, if stuff gets overheated or overvalued in April or May, I'll sell, and then if it doesn't, I won't. I'm in a place to be patient. Do you agree it literally doesn't matter who's president? I agree with that. I am in that camp. I don't know, bro. Is a trade war worse than World War III? Let me know. Which is worse, World War III or a trade war? I'd rather have a trade war. You know what Bitcoin did during the World War III narrative? Let's see. I don't know. Like a 1x in 100 days? Come on now. Listen, I just don't agree. No, I don't. I don't agree. Because I think about the bigger picture. I think about what the market has done in the past decade based off of past events. That's what's being crammed down our throat, that this is going to cause a recession and a trade war, and we're all go, where's my bag? I just don't agree. No. Sorry. I'm not getting fudded. The UFO invasion too. World War III never happened though. That's not what they told us. Listen, you need to think about what was being crammed down our throat on Fox, CNN, ABC, every single major media news network. You know I was in the Army at the time and they were playing CNN daily. They don't just do that. They really thought it was about to pop off. So no, we're not just going to pretend like that didn't happen. I remember. Most of these countries will lower their tariffs or even drop them. Not the UFO invasion. Ah! Not the UFO! Please! Anything but that. Hi, mate. You think XRP is going to drop? I mean, I think it's over. Man, I sold most of my XRP at $3.33. I'll be selling the rest at $5 and $8 and $12. If we get below $1, I might accumulate some more. That's my thoughts on XRP. I'm not doing anything with my XRP right now. I'm neither accumulating nor am I selling. They already burnt the pandemic card. Yeah, like what are they going to do, bro? Story just in. China stole your land, Ski. Tell them to pull up, bro. I got something for them. I got something for them. Wrong house. Is Pepe good? I think Pepe will 2 to 3x. I'm bored. I'm going to get you to 20K likes. 38 cents for Rose. Wrong house. Yeehaw! Thanks for the hat and mustache. What do you think of Algo? I would put Algo in like a H-bar category or dent category. Past inflation, not a lot in the future, but I think it's going to tamper what it's going to do this cycle. Another pump and dump. I mean, you mean a higher high and a higher low? Is that what you mean, Tyler? Skeet shooting. The end of the world has been coming every year. That's right, SOB. If you want to call it that, that's what you would technically call it. Yeah, a higher low and a higher high. I think it's a good time to DCA into Rose. How you know when we're in the peak? There's a few things. Bitcoin dominance is going to be falling off a cliff. Weekly RSI is going to be in the 90s. Fear and greed is going to be in the 90s. Google searches for Bitcoin or crypto is going to be at all-time highs. What else? We'll be starting to crack below the 50-week moving average. We'll be cracking below the 2-week 20 EMA. None of those things have happened, by the way. None. 0, 0, 0. None. 0, 0. Not 1, not 2, not some. 0. 0, 0.
Oh, we went to 0. Yo!
0. And all of a sudden, people just like every other question, they're going to be asking me about a coin. And guess what? That means it's the top. The top is in. That's what that means. Ski, how did the 36-hour complete fast do you? Would you recommend? No, I would not recommend if you're a beginner faster. Are you on Telegram? Yes. I would not recommend if you're a beginner to fasting. For context, I've done a 10-day fast, water fast, and I found the 36-hour dry fast, no water, no food. I found that to be more difficult personally. Now, I am prone to migraines, and that was what I was like sweating with a migraine after about hour 30. I found it to be more difficult than the 10-day fast, water fast. So I probably wouldn't recommend it if you're a beginner to fasting. But I do think that a 36-hour water fast is a good starting place, or maybe 24 hours. And if you want to do a 16-hour dry fast or a 24-hour dry fast, I think that that's decent. But starting with a 36-hour dry fast is a crazy thing to do. Do you think the price of potatoes will go up? I don't know what the price of potatoes or eggs are because I grow my own. 10-day water fast. I lost 15 pounds though. I think I lost about the same. Yeah. Thoughts on Flux? Flux is one of my top value plays. I like Flux a lot right now, and I like Flux a lot long term. Ski is crazy, and I love it. I am crazy. Thoughts on... Okay, Ski, you're right. Solnick isn't a meme anymore. Then top favorite memes besides hee hee. News. You grow your own eggs? Yes. Yes. What's your name on Telegram? Your boy Ski. YABOYSKEY. You can check my bio and you can join the public group as well. Are you telling us when to sell? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'll tell you when I'm selling. Thoughts on H&T? I like H&T a lot. Did you gain weight back after the 10-day fast? Yeah, only because I eat bad sometimes, but it wasn't specifically like I just gained it all back in 2 days or anything like that. No, it took like a month. Yes, I'm fatter now than when I did the 10-day fasts. Yes, that is true. What's your thoughts on Bitcoin? I think we're making higher lows and we're going to break out by May. We're going to chop our way up between now and May. Yeah. All right, guys. I got to take my son to baseball. All right. I will be live tomorrow. Here's the schedule for the rest of the week. What is it? I think we're live 4 to 6 tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we are live 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. Friday, I'll be live 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. with Alex. Saturday, I'll be live 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. If you want the best viewing experience, subscribe on YouTube. That's where the best lives are at. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I will never message any yins first. Those are scammers, for the love of God. Do not redeem. There is no Sonic airdrop. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless.
Damn hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy
hustling.